Hey there! Today I want to share why I delved into the world of home organization. Ever stepped into a cluttered, chaotic space and felt a rush of discomfort? The headache, the urge to escape? Well, it's the complete opposite feeling in harmonious places that truly hooked me. Join me as I explain why I decided to study home organization and how this passion is transforming my perspective on spaces and aesthetics. Ever since I was a kid, I have been super curious about the spiritual world. When I dive into different topics, I just couldn't settle for surface level info. I always found myself wanting to dig deeper and really get to the core of things. One of the many areas that fascinated me was feng shui. It kinda kicked off my interest because I was drawn to the idea of harmonizing spaces and understanding how energy flows in a place. Plus, whenever those TV shows about feng shui or home renovations popped up, I was glued to the screen. I'd binge watch them, especially the ones where they transformed run-down, chaotic houses into something brand new. The whole extreme makeover thing, absolutely love it. Seeing how people's lives improved after those incredible transformations was just mind-blowing. Man, those TV shows were my jam. Whenever I could, I tried out all those cool things I learned in my own life, or wherever I happened to be living at the time, and I have moved around quite a bit in my life. It was like my DIY feng shui experiments were everywhere I went. You know why I'm sharing all of this? Well, until a few days back, I had no clue there was this whole organized system behind it all. I stumbled upon it while figuring out how I could provide services related to home organization. The funny thing is, when I started making my first YouTube videos on this channel, it was after chats with a friend and a cousin about my various interests. We brainstormed and figured, hey, why not dive into offering services like interior design, home organization, cleaning, and stained glass? It just made sense because it's stuff I genuinely enjoy, do all the time, and well, it's kinda my thing. You know what's amusing? As a kid, I had this thing for rearranging my room and giving it a total makeover. Every time my family relocated, I saw it as a chance to reimagine how I wanted my space to be. And all of this ties in a lot with interior design. Back when I was around 20, I even considered studying it, ended up going for graphic design instead. But guess what? Turns out, I didn't stray too far from that path because I ended up applying the same principles I learned in graphic design to shape my three-dimensional life. Funny how that works, right? Without even realizing it, I started seeing my room as a blank page. Instead of a title, there was an important object. Instead of blank spaces, there were empty spaces. So I began to observe the importance of the elements that occupy a space, and I understood how to expand my vision beyond a sheet of paper or a screen. It was like seeing a whole new canvas in my room. Once I figured out what I was up to and really thought about it, YouTube felt like the perfect spot to connect with folks like you. I realized it's not just about sharing helpful info for learning or trying things out, it's also about trading knowledge and experiences to grow together. Let's be real, I have got tons to learn too. And it wasn't until I posted my fourth video on the channel that I stumbled upon home organization as a profession while scrolling through the internet. Funny how things work out, right? In Spanish, my second native language, I never came across the term or the profession. Italian was the same. However, in English, I stumbled upon the term and all sorts of related information. I discovered international associations, organized groups of professionals, and individuals working independently offering these specific services. The term professional organizer was entirely new to me, let alone the certifications available through these associations. Just last week, I began exploring some websites and stumbled upon a fascinating list of recommended books they suggest reading. So lately, I have been doing a lot of thinking about where I want to take this channel and what I really want to accomplish. And you know what? I am genuinely excited about sharing this learning journey with all of you. It feels like something I was meant to do, you know? Every time I am in a space, I am constantly thinking about ways to make it better, to enhance it. And I often wonder how we can be more effective in our interactions with the things around us, especially the ones we use the most. Because those are the real essentials, aren't they? I have come to realize that I don't just want to share the everyday things I naturally do, but also things that can genuinely help you live a better, more efficient life with fewer burdens. You see, when it comes down to it, none of these possessions we accumulate will go with us when we pass away. It's something to really think about, right? The purpose of the objects in our homes is to simplify our lives, not weigh us down, and they shouldn't become a burden for others either. That's something important to keep in mind. Truth is, when we have something, it's not really ours forever. Eventually we pass on and all these things are left behind for someone else to deal with. Therefore, if one can avoid the problem for that person of having to think about what to do with the objects that we accumulate during our life, we can live in a simpler way and have the things that we really use, and we can get rid of what is not necessary. Remember that when you are no longer here, someone will have to take care of emptying your house or sell and give away everything you left behind. Most people don't think about this. Surely the information that I will share with you from now on will be a little more dense, complete, and I like that. I'm diving into these books that I didn't even know existed. While I'll probably stumble upon things I already do, I am sure I'll uncover loads of new knowledge. You never really stop learning. And the idea of sharing it all with you is something I absolutely love. I started off with what I thought were just simple basic ideas about managing a home, and bam! I stumbled into a whole profession, an international community, and associations offering similar insights. It's been such a pleasant surprise. Sending you a massive hug, and I'll catch you in the next video next week.